Jó, a többiek meglelőtték a többit. Nagyon, a francokat. Ja, nem voltam hatótávban. Au. Ez fájt. Kénytelen vagyok csalit játszani. Ez az. Azaz. Nehézség egyébként? Jól van? Ja persze, mondjuk persze, de Galaxis őse, igen, a tutoriál, úgyhogy meg mit csodálkozok, hogy ennyire könnyű őket lelőni. Hát majd később. Én sem vagyok hülye ezzel a nehézségi szinten. Viszont fejlődött a csapat. Védőpajzs van Kaidennek, és adrenalin roham a csajnak. Királyság. Adunk egyet a pisztolyokra, meg akkor mehet 2 a harci páncélra. Kicsit baszóbb lesz a pajzsunk.
Set the charges, destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Aha, ott a jeladó. Vendégek. Meg egy bomba.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Fasza. Hol tudunk oda fölmenni? Ja, erre. Az anyád! Ez megnyalta a vesémet rendesen. Jó, jók vagyunk. Híleljünk egyet, mert nem volt az túlzottan jó. Hova lettél? Ó, de jó, kikeltek a bábok. Nem jó? Jó. Jön még egy. Oké. Okay. Meghalt? Úgy érzem, nem. Most már igen. Ja, valahogy menjek már be. Ez. Egy kis loot. Hopp, ott is egy loot. A baszt. Király. Ezért is rengeteg XP-t kapunk, ha sikerül kinyitni, úgyhogy azért jó, hogyha össze tudjuk hozni. Itt valami. Semmi. Annyira tetszik egyébként a játékban az, hogy vagy 4 fajta fegyver van nálunk, de mindegyik rajta van a karakteren konkrétan. Ugyanis ugye összecsukhatóak a fegyverek. Tehát ott az a kis pisztoly az oldalamon, a G-fegyver van jobb kéz felől, a sniper van bal fönt, és a shoti van alul, ha jól tudom. Nem. De jól mondtam. Igen, jól mondtam. Igen, jól mondtam. A shotiban meg a mesterlövészben nem voltam biztos, de így oké. Kérdezzük meg, mi újság itt.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is
Request
amazing.
immediate
Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up.
Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
Shepard!
No, don't touch it. It's too...
Hoppá. Azt hiszem, erre mondják, hogy hoppá.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
This human must be eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Csatlakozz. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Minor throbbing. Nothing serious. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
You had no way to know what would happen.
Actually, we don't even know if that's what set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't do anything about it. But Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how, I don't know why. I only know it had something to do with that beacon. You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad dream?
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction? Whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Jól alakultak a dolgok végül is. Meghalt az egyetlen ember, vagy Turián mondhatjuk így, aki némi szimpátiát mutatott az emberek felé. Egy másik szépen bemocskolta az embereket, egyébként is gyűlöl minket. Jó megy, jó sikerült a küldetés, én azt kell, hogy mondjam. Abszolút jók vagyunk. Fellegvár adatok. Jól lehet, a fellegvár rendelkezik tömeghatás generáló nulladik elem-magokkal, de szép mondat. Az űrállomás gravitációját nagyobb részt mégis a forgásból következő centrifugális erő biztosítja. Na, ezt valamelyik fizikaszakos néző mondja utánunk. 3,5 percet tesz meg egy fordulat alatt. A rotációs gravitáció a szárnyakban 1,02 G. A rotációs gravitáció prezidenciában 0,3 G, 44,7 km hosszú nyitva. Az úgy nem rossz, az nem rossz lakás. Az igen. 44 km hosszú? Hát a very big. Átmérő nyitva 12 km, szárnyak hossza 43 km, 330 méter széles a szárny, a prezidenciánk átmérője 7,2 km, 553 méter széles, 13 méter vastag a külső páncél. 13 méter vastag a külső páncél? Hát azon nem túl sok minden fog átmenni. 13,2 millió fő lakja. 7,11 milliárd metrikus tonna. Ez nem rossz. 1047 méter a torony magassága, ami a közepén van. Hát ez se szar épület, srácok. Az igen.
Spectres are The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and financial capital of the galactic community. To represent their interests, most species maintain embassies on the Presidium, the Citadel's inner ring. The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium holds the Citadel Council chambers. Council affairs often have far-reaching effects on the rest of the galactic community. 5 arms, known as the wards, extend from the Presidium. Their inner surfaces have been built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
Franco. Menjünk, beszéljünk Jokerrel. Holly Caden.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck.
It's been a hell of a shakedown cruise. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not gonna be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
I was a regular Navy brat. I got a little more noteworthy than the folks expected.
Oh, that's right, the Blitz. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Na, kaptunk 2 példaképpontot, fasza. Csákvász doktornéni, hogy vagyunk?
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Fú, van papír tója. Jegyzeteljen, mondom.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Azt mondja, a Föld túl biztonságos és nyugodt volt már neki. Ő sem gyakran jár Budapesten.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
Jaj.
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic... I wanted to try... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think... But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Úristen! Srácok, lehet én is biotikus vagyok. Nekem is csak migrényeim vannak. Baszki! Hát most derül ki. Most derül ki, hogy nekem is ilyen speckó képességeim vannak. Azok okozzák a migrént. Bazzeg, hogy ezt előbb tudom. Rohadt pályaválasztási tanácsadás. Az istenít neki.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. That means a lot from you. I've never met anyone who was awarded the Star of Terra.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Na. Mi van még itt? Wow. Micsoda hibernátorok, vagy nem tudom mi ez. Andersen kapitány.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him to bring the Normandy into dock.
Ő most nem beszélgetős kedvében van. Pressi navigátor.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Kösz. Galaxis térkép. Oh, oké. Jó van, na. Kell beszólni. Mit találtunk? Katonai zsargon, eltáv. Amikor egy hajó legénysége elhagyja az egységet, eltávra mennek. Általában akkor használják a kifejezést, ha egy bolygó felszínére lépnek, de ezt mondják akkor is, ha egy űrállomásra érkeznek. Horgonyt fel? Amikor egy hajó kikapcsolja azt a berendezést, amely űrállomáson vagy egy felszíni dokkban rögzíti, a parancsszó a horgonyt fel. Igenis, egy parancs tudomásul vételének jelzésére szolgál, ha valaki támadásra kap utasítást, a megfelelő válasz az igenis, uram, ha a kérdés az, hogy az állomány tagja büszke rá, hogy űrgyalogos, a válasz az igen, uram. Híd. Az űrhajó navigációs központja, itt van a kormányállás is. Kapitányi kihallgatás, parancsnok által végzett meghallgatás kisebb ügyekben. PH. Parancsnoki híd, az űrhajó parancsnoki állása harc közben. A PH zsúfolásig van szenzorkijelzőkkel, hogy a csata forgatagában is tudni lehessen, mi a helyzet. KK. Kárközpont, az űrhajó sérülése esetén a javítás és az elkülönítés irányítása. ECM. Elektronikus álcázás, az ellenséges szenzorok megtévesztésére az álcázástól az aktív zavarásig terjedtett tevékenysége. JKT. Járművön kívüli tevékenység. Nyomásálló ruhában az állomáson, űrhajón vagy egyéb járművön kívül végzett műveletek neve. Szárny. A szárny a katonai formációk oldala, mivel katonák másfelé néznek, az ellenség támadhat oldalról, és így eredményesebb lehet támadása. Ruff. Hát az a Porsche tuning csapata. Rohadtul új fiú. Az újonc tapasztalat legénységi tag lenéző megnevezése. Felszín, a bolygó felszíne. Pilóta, a legénységnek az a tagja, aki irányítja az űrhajót. Ladar, fényalap, észlelés és bemérés. Light Amplified Detection and Ranging. Aktív szenzor, amely lézersugarakat bocsájt ki a célpont felé, hogy meghatározza annak távolságát és irányát. A ladar jeleit könnyű képekké alakítani. Partra szállók, az űrhajó legénysége hivatalos ügyben elhagyja a hajót. Lopódzás, régi tengeralattjárós kifejezés, amelyet a Normandia fedélzetén akkor használnak, ha a lopakodó rendszerek aktívak. Űrjáró, olyan személy, aki ideje legnagyobb részét az űrben tölti. E.T., hát őt ismerjük. A hajó második embere, a szövetség egységein. Ő a felelős az adminisztratív és személyi ügyeknek. Wow. Na, remélem mindenki tudja most már a teljes szakzsargont, jövő héten dolgozatot írunk belőle. Technológia, biotika, biotikus erősítők. A biotikus képességekkel rendelkező lények az idegrendszerükben található nulladik elemcsomók segítségével képesek manipulálni a tömeghatás mezőket. Az erősítők használatával a felhasználók összehangolhatják a csomókat, ezáltal felerősíthetik képességeiket. Az erősítőket műtéti úton beültetett implantátumokba kötik be, emberek esetében az implantátum általában a tarkóra kerül, hogy minél könnyebben elérhető legyen. A felhasználónak vigyáznia kell, hogy sose legyen szennyeződés a csatlakozók környékén. Az implantátumokba sokféle erősítőt beköthetnek, és egyre több biotikus mod és kiegészítő kerül piacra mostanában. A legjobb minőségű implantátumokat és erősítőket az Asari készítik, de a szövetség L3 implantátuma is igen figyelemre méltóak. Na, hát ilyet használ Kéden bácsi is. Kicsit fel van turbozva. Mit tudunk meg a technológiákról?
Biotics
Biotika.
is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Ó, na itt a válasz akkor, hogy születnek a biotikusok, hogy kiteszik a nulladik elemsugárzásnak az anyákat, és gyakorlatilag a gyerek már így születik. Az igen, megtudtuk. Jocker?
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Annyira király.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Milyen kedves volt a fogadtatás, csupa szív. Na, van nekünk csodás térképünk is. Kaptunk fejlesztéseket. Kódex. Már megint kódexelünk. Na nézzük, mit kódexelünk. Tanács.
The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
Na, tök jó. Jó, fel kell mennünk a toronyba, és nincs megbízásunk. És pontunk sincs, amit elkölthetnénk. Számítógép. Feltörjük mindent is. Szövetségi őrjárat jelentés. Hendrickson kapitány szerint szokatlan energia lenyomatok borítják az Argosról szektort. A Hydra rendszerben is utána akart nézni a dolgoknak, de visszahívták, mielőtt erre ideje lett volna. Nem rendeltünk ki más őrjáratot erre a helyszínre. Küldjünk valakit? Hát, már tudhatjátok, srácok, hogy mi leszünk azok, akik valószínűleg ide ki fogunk menni, körbenézni. Nézz körül a rendszerben. Úgyhogy már is kaptunk egy mellékfeladatot, amit majd meg fogunk tudni csinálni. Na, nézzünk egy kicsit körbe, itt mi újság. Ó, itt vannak dolgok.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Den. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Den. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The Earth clan will be invited to the council long before our species will.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the council. All but the Earth clans, it would
Minket mindenhol imádnak, úgy látom.
Dismissive.
Miért olyan ismerős ez?
Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
The Geth, the Volus, are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmosphere tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
Wow.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Na, milyen normális volt velünk. Na, hallgassuk meg, mit tudnak az elkorok.
The Elcor are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. Elcor move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. Elcor's speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the Elcor often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric Elcor wandered across in small family bands. Modern Elcor still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
Na, ezt is megtudtuk. És maga?
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Na, elmegyünk, beszélünk mi vele. Tudjuk mi van. Erre mi a fene van? Egy lépcső lefele. És ez zárva. Egy recepciós néni.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
Mindenki be akar üldözni engem abban a nagykövetségi szobába, a fenelje már meg.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Tehát ő egy kém! Aztán mindenit neki. Recepciósnak álcázol.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Kösz.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
1000 évig élnek, hogy rohadnának meg. Én is akarok. Akkor én még az én éveimmel még újszülött korban lennék, hogyha ott tartunk. A gyűrű egy parkos terület, melyben összefut mind az 5 szárny. Itt találhatóak meg a befolyásosabb fajok nagykövetségei, valamint a tehetősebb polgárok lakhelyei. A prezidencián számos étterem, bár és előkelő találóhely ékeskedik, a gravitáció nagyjából a földi nehézségi erő 1/3 lehet itt. A gyűrű plafonjára egy holografikus égboltot vetítenek ki a gyűrű fölé. A szárnyak éjjel-nappali nyüzsgésével ellentétben a prezidencián 20 óráig tart a nappal, majd ezt egy 6 órás éjszakai periódus követi, mely során a fények elhalványulnak és a digitális égbolt is sötétbe borul. Az irodák és rezidenciák gyakran teljesen nyitottak, nem szokatlan dolog, hogy egy-egy nagykövetségnek egyáltalán nincs is fala. A bűnözés itt nem jelent problémát, mivel az EFSEC tisztjei állandóan őrjáratoznak és figyelik az új jövevényeket a prezidencián. Ha ide belép egy tolvaj, azt gyorsan azonosítják és letartóztatják. A gyűrűn találhatóak meg a fellegvár űrkikötői, itt középen ugyanis kisebb a forgási sebesség, mint a szárnyakon, így a hajók könnyebben dokkolhatnak. Arról nem is beszélve, hogy az alacsonyabb gravitáció miatt sokkal könnyebb kirakodni a teherhajókat. A fellegvár naponta több száz űrhajót fogad be és bocsát el. Minden olyan faj, melynek nagykövetsége van az űrállomáson, az kap egy privát dokkot hajóinak. A gyűrű közepén magaslik a torony, melyben a fellegvár tanács székel. Ez az építmény egy kilométernél is magasabb, igazán impozáns látványt nyújt. Mivel a torony hajszál pontosan az űrállomás közepén található, ezért szinte nulla centrifugális erő hat rá. Éppen ezért tömeghatás mezők segítségével tartják szinten a nehézségi erőt ebben az épületben. A torony aljában található a konzuli dock, általában itt landolnak a diplomáciai futárok és a fantom ügynökök, ám vészhelyzet esetén innen gyorsan evakuálható a fellegvár tanács teljes személyzete.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Valamit kaptam. A rombolók rendkívül komoly pusztító fegyverzete miatt a tanács népei megegyeztek a Farixeni űrtengerészeti konferencián arról, hogy hány rombolóval is rendelkezhetnek. A piramis csúcsánál a békefenntartó Turián flotta, a Turiánok alatt vannak a szalárik és az asszárik, legalul találhatók a társtagsággal bíró fajok, a rendszerek szövetsége is ide tartozik. A három osztály közt egy 5-3-1-es arányt állapítottak meg. Minden egyes emberi rombolóra 3 asszári és 5 Turián hajó jut. Jó arány, kösz. Igazán kedvesek. Ó, hello! Gyorsan körbeszaglászok, mielőtt megszorítom a bácsi. Ó, kódfejtés, nagyon jó.